a disease that you need to cut out. You're not having a conversation with this thing because it is eating you alive. That they say in order for us to get on a path to treatment, you need to cut out the cancer. You don't have a conversation with it.
Yes, there's no conversation.
So we talk about radical surgery that's needed when you look at the fiscal space in which Kenya currently operates. That there is an expenditure problem, there is an illegality, unconstitutional issue that Kenya is dealing with. It doesn't matter what political side anybody is on, but that some of these things are glaringly obvious. And that it is in the books, it's on paper, there's a trail. So it doesn't matter where you are politically, that there is a problem. And the only way to then solve it is to be radical. But the question is, I mean, I think you've already tried to give us a bit of that answer, is that who bells the cat? Who says, okay, you know what? I have no friends here. In order to save the country and its people, there's certain things that must be done. And it's not a question of can we, shall we do it? Who is the one to do that? Is that akin to the question where you say, if it's one term, then what? If it's two term, then what? But something needs to be done.
Yes. And we are saying what needs to be done. And we are the only people with the boldness to do it. If there is anyone else who is talking about this issue with the boldness it deserves, then you can tell us. But I can say the only person who has no embedment on this issue, who can deal with it the way it's needed to be dealt with, it's my party leader. It's Jimmy Wanjigi. That's why the government rarely responds to what he says. Because how do you respond to numbers? You have to come with your own version of it. And they don't have it. So when we say that this number of this year alone, in the next financial year, how much are we going to pay debt? When we say 2.4 trillion, how much are we going to raise in terms of taxes? 2.6. We are left with 200 billion. 200 billion cannot pay salaries for 3 months. So how do we make sure that operation and management is catered for? That's where the next president, if it's not Jimmy, will borrow illegally. Because operations and management will need 600 billion.
Oh, God.
Joakim, and you see, the logical thing to do is don't pay odious debt.
Yes.
Don't pay odious debt.
Don't pay.
But with that conversation, then many have said that they always angry guy, as Ndu loves saying, Moody will come and categorize Kenya and say, this is a country that has defaulted. Our ranking globally will be low.
No.
Not be seen in a...
Is
that a scare tactic?
Yeah, it's a scare tactic because we have not defaulted. We have shown everyone why we should not pay, why we don't owe them. It's different from defaulting. Defaulting is what you legally owe and you've not paid. So we have said that who borrowed, it's not even in our books. Like, for example, the example I gave you. If in our budget items, we do not have estimates of domestic debt and you end up borrowing, so is it our debt? It's not. So if these banks, and they should pay attention because one day they will have to answer these questions. When they lend to government, do we have a vote head on it approved by parliament? If it's not, there will come a time when Kenyans will say we are not paying. Our pain and our source of pain is debt. Whether it's lack of capitation, whether it's missing drugs, with anything, say it. They have now introduced other tax cuts on coffee and tea. They will come and introduce something called national infrastructure levy. So they are coming with other terms. They are avoiding the word tax because we don't want that. Now they are coming with other terms called levies. If we do not approach this issue, because when my party leader first talked about it, he was the only person talking about it. Today, how do government defend themselves? Even when you pressure John Badi, why do we need more taxes? The word debt shall appear somewhere. When you listen to Parliament, and the other day I was very shocked that when the question about fuel was on the floor of the House, it was almost empty.
Of course.
Almost empty because they were not discussing their issues. They were not discussing we are in 2 term and you are in 1 term. No. They were discussing issues to do with the well-being of the mwananchi. And that's why the benches in parliament were empty. So, Kenyans can listen to us and see the only salvation they have is Safina Party. And I welcome them to register and join the ARC because the floods are already here. The floods are already here.
Far be it from you not